Hello, my dear, dear, dear friends. I know what you're thinking. Jen, you have been super MIA, and you know what? I have, and I will explain. But if you're new here, I'm Jen, single mom, artist, and entrepreneur, and this channel is all about building a life that you love. Now, we are a week into 2024, and usually I would have written my goals for this year a month ago. I would have made my vision board for this year a month ago. But I have been kind of paralyzed and unable to write my goals until just now. And I think that it's because my life has a lot of changes happening this year. And they're kind of overwhelming changes. And I've been a little bit paralyzed by that overwhelm. If you don't already know, I have a child who is a senior in high school. So this year, she is going to be graduating, and she is going to be going off to college in the fall. She has received, I believe, six college acceptance letters so far, but of course we are still waiting on an acceptance from her first choice school. And her first choice school is not in state. So she's looking at going away to school. And while I'm super excited for that opportunity for her, I'm also having all the mom feelings that come along with that, right? Like I'm concerned and worried and happy for her and excited for her, but also dreading it a little bit and knowing that I'm going to feel a little bit of some empty nest syndrome later this year. And it's just a giant change. So I've been struggling with that a little bit. I've also got some other changes happening in my personal life, some things that have kind of snuck up on me that I did not anticipate. And I'm not ready to talk about those just yet, but there will be more details to come on that later on. But there's just been a lot going on. I closed one of my businesses towards the end of 2023. Yeah, so I've spent a couple of months just kind of floundering, not being quite sure how I wanted to move forward. And I'm sure that I am not alone. Like, I am positive I am not alone in that. I know other people are feeling that sense of weird overwhelm. 2023 has also been a rough year for a lot of people. Inflation has definitely impacted a lot of families. It's impacted almost everyone that I know. So I can't imagine that's much different in your life. It's been a lot. But I've finally gotten my goals written. I'm going to share them with you, largely for some accountability. And I'm also going to build my vision board today. And I want to talk to you about why I do that and why you should too. So let's start though by discussing my goals going forward for 2024. Most of them are financial. Some of them are business related, and some of them are personal goals. So let's start with the financial goals, because I know that that's a piece that weighs really, really heavily on a lot of people, right? And it probably is weighing heavily on you as well, especially if you are also a single mom. So my first one is to pay off all of my credit card debt. 2023 was a rough year. Gosh, the cost of groceries, I feel like doubled. Am I alone in that? Like, do you feel like you pay double for the same groceries that you used to buy? They're literally costing you twice as much, because I feel like that's the case. I don't know if that's actually real or if that's just my perception of it. I'm no economist, and I'm not going to do the math. I'm not. But I just feel like a lot of the things in my life have just been far more expensive in 2023 than they ever have before. I also took my family on a cruise. That is the biggest, most expensive vacation I've ever taken my family on, me and my two children. And there were some unexpected costs along the way that I didn't anticipate. I also had to buy a new car this year. My daughter started driving, and her driving takes a huge load off of me because she's very, very, very active and very busy. So not having to drive her somewhere every single day frees up so much of my time. So it's a blessing that she's driving, but I also needed a second car. I needed a second vehicle so that she could be driving and I could also still do the things that I needed to take care of and do. So I bought another car, and I bought a minivan. I bought a mom car. But that's because I do all of these craft fairs and shows, and I needed that extra storage and hauling space that a minivan provides. So my expenses went up in 2023, and the cost of a lot of my day-to-day things went up in 2023. So it was a rough year. So I put a lot more money on credit cards than I ever wanted to. So number one goal is to pay them all off. My number two goal is to build an emergency fund. Now, that seems like a no-brainer, right? Like we should all have an emergency fund, and I used to, but it got raided a lot in 2023. It just did. Yeah, there's nothing in it. So it's time to rebuild it, and my goal is $5,000 in an emergency fund. My third goal actually has a lot to do with you guys, and that is to get monetized on YouTube. I have been running this channel for, it'll be 2 years in February or March. Can't remember. But it's time. It is time to get where I need to be, to have a little bit of income coming from all of the work that I put into this channel. So that's goal number 3, get monetized on YouTube. And I do have a strategy for that, but that's not what this video is about. So we're not going to talk about my strategy right now. My fourth goal is to triple my glass work sales from 2023. Now, 2023, my sales were down from the year before. My sales were about 20% higher in 2022 than what they were in 2023. And I don't want that trend to continue. I would like to triple 2023's sales with my glass studio. But that's goal number 4. We're on 4, right? I don't have them numbered. That's terrible. All right, let's move to some personal goals. I actually only wrote 2 personal goals for 2024. One of them is that I would like to lose 40 pounds. 40 pounds would get me back to the weight that I was, well, before COVID. It would be my pre-COVID weight. I have definitely gained some weight the last 4 years, and while it's not the end of the world, and I'm always going to be a plus size girl, that's just who I am. I'm not a size 2 girl, and I'm okay with that. But I have gained about 40 pounds since COVID started, since about 2020, and I don't feel as good. Like I'm more tired than I used to be. I'm also 4 years older, but I'm also noticing that my joints hurt more, like my knees and my ankles, and so I would just like to lose that weight, get that back off. I was very, very comfortable at my size pre-COVID. Again, I was still a plus size girl pre-COVID, and I'm always going to be a plus size girl because that's just kind of my body style and my type. I've always been kind of a plus size. Like I have big hips. I've always had big hips. It's just how I am. I was always a little bit of a larger woman, and I'm okay with that. I'm not uncomfortable with that, but I can tell that the extra weight that I have gained has had some negative impacts on my physicality, and I just want to get back to that. So that's goal number 5. And my last goal, number 6, is to travel somewhere new. Now, I have some ideas on where I would like that to be. I'd really love to go to Sedona. That is on my list of places that I'd really love to travel. And frankly, Italy might be on the list. But even if I don't get to either one of those places this year, just getting to travel somewhere new is a giant, giant plus. I have this bug, and I want to get out in the world more than I already do. Traveling hasn't been something that I've done a ton of in my adult life, and I definitely want to change that. So going forward, I want to visit somewhere new every single year, even if it's not a place that's on my list. I do have a list. So those are my 6 primary goals for 2024. I did also pick out a word for 2024, and I don't normally do this, but this year I decided to, because words have power, Words are important. Words matter. The way we speak to ourselves matters. The way we think about ourselves matters. The way we talk to ourselves matters. And what we speak into existence matters. So this year I picked a word, and the word is trust. I want to focus on trusting myself more. I want to focus on trusting my intuition, to put more faith and trust and the people that I have chosen to surround myself with. So that means when I'm trying to make a decision, I'm going to trust my instincts about it. In the past, if I was trying to decide, say, if I'm going to book this specific art fair, I would ask all the people in my circle, what do you think about this show? What do you think about this show? Should I do this show? And they don't know anything about those shows. Their opinion on it is no more powerful than mine. And frankly, my opinion on it, my thought process on it is better. It's more educated because I go to these shows, right? I know more about what I'm asking opinions on. So why do I need other people's advice on something that I'm the expert at anyway? So it's just silly. I'm going to put more faith and trust in my own thoughts, instincts, and intuition this year, 2024. So I'm going to trust myself more in 2024. Okay, so getting back to my vision board. Some of these images came from magazines. Some of them I searched on Google to find images that really resonated with what I'm looking at. Some of those images I took into Canva and added words to make them more appropriate for exactly what I wanted. Like this is a image of YouTube Creator Awards, and I wrote I'm monetized on it. This one is a picture of a piggy bank that says emergency fund, and I wrote the $5,000 that I want to have in mine. I wanted to personalize these images to me, but I also wanted to pick images that really, really resonated with exactly what my goals are. And the reason for that is I believe that vision boards are really, really powerful. What we see and what we read and what we speak is powerful because we are cueing our brains for what we want. So if we're constantly saying, oh my gosh, I'm so broke, which I'm guilty of, right? We're telling our brain, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke. Why would we do that? Why wouldn't we tell our brain, I'm monetized, I'm monetized, I'm monetized? Like, why would we want to key ourselves up for being broke when we can key ourselves up for having what we want? So I feel like visual reminders of that, I'm a very, very visual person. I feel like visual reminders of that are very, very important. So I'm going to put together my vision board. Like I said, I've already chosen my images because that's like the thing that takes forever. It takes forever to choose images if you're going to really be picky about choosing images that make the most sense for you, okay? So I did that ahead of time because I know how long that takes. So we're going to sit here and I'm going to kind of walk through how I'm going to organize my vision board for me. And then I'm going to put it in my bedroom where I'm going to see it every single day. I'm going to tack it to my wall in my bedroom where it's going to be the last thing I see before I go to bed, and it's going to be the first thing I see when I get up in the morning. I feel like you need to be able to be present with that vision board. It needs to be somewhere where you are going to look at it every single day. So bedroom makes the most sense for me because it's the one room of the house that I go into every single day without fail, right? So let's get to work. Okay, so here are my images. Yeah, I can talk. I'm going to kind of lay these out. I like to organize them kind of in categories. So like, first of all, I like to pull out the bigger ones because the bigger ones need more space. So these are related to my health goal. So I'm going to put these over here. This one is one of the places I want to travel. How did I get this wet? I don't know. I'll put it down here. Let's see. What else do I have? Oh, this one's about relaxation. So we're gonna put it kind of between travel and health because I feel like that makes sense. Here's a weight loss image. We're gonna put that one here. This one is a glass shop. Oh, okay, there's we're gonna do financial stuff up in this corner, I think. So there's my emergency fund. Oh, you can't see all this, can you? Okay, that's a little better. You can see a little bit better. All right, so there's my emergency fund. I think I'm gonna put, whoops. This is a festival, art festival. Let's do my credit cards there. Oh, this one's a good one. This one's shopping bags. And there's another travel. I'm monetized. That's pretty good. And then I'm gonna write trust really big. Like a mock-up here in the middle. I might try to pretty that up here in a minute. Let's go to my colors. Oh, here we go. See, I usually use colored markers around here. I'm not really like doing anything here specific. I just wanted to pretty it up a little. That's messy, but that's okay. I mean, it's just for me, right? Okay, so the next step is I'm gonna rubber cement all these down and I'll show you the final product when it's done. Okay, vision board is done. Let me show you. So, all I have to do now is hang this up in my bedroom and look at it every single day so that I remind myself every single day what my goals are. I do want to take a minute and talk about 2023 goals and what I managed to accomplish. I had several big goals for 2023. I'm looking at them right now. One of them was to design and publish an affirmation card deck. I did not get that done. I did not. In fact, I didn't even really start on it. That's not true. I started on it, but it's not finished. So, okay, there's one that didn't happen. I wanted to apply to at least 2 big art shows, which I did. I did not get into either of them, but that's okay. I said I was going to work out 3 times a week. I never even started. I wanted to redesign my self-love journal, which I did do. It just hasn't launched yet, so you don't know about that yet. I also wanted to redesign and relaunch my planner, which I did. In fact, it's the one that I am using this year. I'll show it to you. It's sitting right here to the side. It is the Thrive Guide planner, and I'm very happy with it. So that's the planner that I'm using this year, and I am already on track using my planner exactly the way I want. I wanted to take a trip to Sedona. That did not happen this year. Took a cruise with my kids instead. So there's 2023. I did not set any financial goals for 2023. I probably should have. Because you can't meet a goal that you didn't set, right? I definitely set financial goals for 2024, measurable financial goals for 2024. So that is, that's a good thing. That feels good. And I'm looking forward to seeing how I do at meeting them. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this was helpful to you. I hope that you found some value in it. I hope that if you haven't already, you make your vision board for this year so that you can work towards the things that matter to you.